A lack of data is more, it's a more important issue than having multiple, the same data in multiple locations, if that is what you meant by data redundancies. Yeah.
So, Pratap, I think we'll start on the
right.
workshop today.
Please.
Yeah. Obviously, there's a lot to discuss at any point of time. We are all open to hear more questions from you. In fact, as we hear more, we will understand what all has to be taken care of. So, anytime open for questions.
Yeah.
But what we're trying to do with this short seminar/workshop is start getting our hands dirty and start making some submissions with the acoustic data that exists with us towards this platform. So the agenda for today is, as we have already started, talk about what our goals are with this open annotated data set. Why are we doing it and what all entails in it? What kind of submissions are we taking, and some introduction around that. We also want to cover some annotation best practices, which will cover a few questions that you were asking, Pratap. What does exactly frequency annotation and time annotation means? And we'll also do a demo of one of the tools that is most commonly used for annotations, which is Raven Pro.
Right.
Finally, from there on, we'll talk about tips and tricks of automation, or how can you make your life easier,
Right.
and do things faster. We have a couple of notebooks which are shared online, which maybe we can go through if time permits.
Right.
And I would like to take a poll or a call from everyone right now. If people have brought in their, or maybe one audio or two audios with them, maybe we can do a hands-on work and create a submission and submit in the Google form today itself. If are people interested in doing that today? And that's the last thing. I'll have to open the chat, man. I'm sorry. Struggling with Zoom today. Yeah, so just would like to, yeah, I will ask, I'll answer that question when we're going to the slide, Ram. But can I take a poll of, would people like to make submissions today? Okay, I'm not hearing a lot of yeses, in which case this becomes a little bit of a seminar rather than a workshop. Okay, two folks. Okay, so thanks, Anamika. Okay, fine. So we've got like 2 or 3 responses that we want to try doing that today. In which case, we would structure it in a manner that we try to wrap up everything in the first 50 minutes. And for the next 10, 20 minutes, we can, people who are interested in making submissions today can stay on the call while others drop off. And we can work with the folks who are on the call to annotate their data and then make a submission. Okay. Great. So this is the agenda, guys. I think we have covered a little bit of what our motivation is already, but I'll just briefly go over it again, just in case folks have joined a bit late. The reason why we are coming up with this data set is to showcase the biodiversity and the interest in bioacoustics that exists in India, and and we want to showcase how people use bioacoustics for biodiversity monitoring and for conservation. We want to build a crowdsourced, open access, annotated data set where people can contribute to and download data from. They can also, in future, they can run queries on it to understand long-term patterns. And finally, this kind of data set is to be used for training machine learning classifiers, which can automatically detect this a species vocalizations. Right now, as I mentioned, the data that exists out in the world is very unbalanced. The species and the dialects of organisms that exist in India are not truly captured, nor are they available openly, and which is why we are interested in building this data set. I think I've touched upon the data use already. We have opened up the Google form where you can just upload a zip file. We'll talk about what does a zip file look like in a bit. But we have two types of submissions open in the Google form. We call them type A and type B.
Sameer, sorry to interrupt. Are you
Yeah.
sharing your screen? I'm not
No,
seeing.
I'm sorry. Either I can share my screen or I can look at the chat. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
so Sameer, you can share your screen.
Yeah.
The rest of us, I mean, we are answering questions.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
we'll cover the chat.
We
Yeah.
will
Thanks,
answer.
thanks, guys. Thanks,
We'll
guys.
tell you when something you need to answer.
Thanks, guys. Yeah. So yeah, as I said, there are two types of submissions that we're taking in, which we called type A and type
You
B.
may want to go full screen presentation mode also, because or zoom in a little bit, because it's yeah.
Yeah. So we call them type A and type B. Type A is strongly labeled data, which means that it has species information, the species ID, whichever species is vocalizing, the location at which the recording is happening, and the date at which the recording was took place. And along with this, we would need time and frequency annotations of where exactly in the recording the call has happened. Weakly labeled data, which is type B, would just be species, location, and date. For example, someone like me, who is not an ornithologist or honestly a bioacoustics practitioner, but is just a birder, I record calls on my phone very frequently, and even with my Zoom recorder, I do record the calls, but I end up naming the files directly with the species name. For example, Asian green bee-eater, the location, let's say Hesagarta in Bangalore, and the date on which I recorded it, and that's it. I leave that file for years and years on my mobile phone or my laptop. So that constitutes type B recording. If you do record such vocalizations and just name the files with these information, you can also make the submission without having to put the effort of annotating the frequency and time in your audio files. But at the same time, we strongly recommend that you submit type A data, that you do put an effort in making your type B data into type A, because since you are the author, you are the person who have recorded the call, you are the best person to annotate it. You know best who has which organism has called, and you have the highest clarity of, I mean, you know with the highest confidence that this species has called at this time. In both of these submissions, apart from the columns that I've talked about already, we strongly encourage that you add free text notes about habitat, behavior, call type, the sex, or anything that you can about the organism as a free English text. We will again delve deeper into all of this in a bit, in 2 minutes. We have also tried to incentivize submissions by saying that if you submit more than 60 minutes of data, then you get a co-authorship in the data paper that we are targeting. With this, we are planning to write a data paper with this collected data. And if you have more than 60 minutes of submissions, then we would like to make you a co-author. Otherwise, everyone is going to be acknowledged as a collaborator in the data paper anyways.
So
Yeah, please.
what this publication we like?
I'm sorry.
This publication you just talked about, like what this will be like?
Okay, so it's a data paper, which means that we will talk about what kind of vocalization recordings exist with the citizen scientists and the institutes right now. What kind of coverage we have across India in terms of regions and also in terms of species and taxa. So it will be an analysis of the data that we receive. And also some details about it, some trends. If we can capture some trends, we will talk about some trends also.
Okay, right.
Okay, so we are here to support in any manner possible. We are running this small workshop. We will continue to do so if there is interest. You can ask for Raven Pro licenses. You can submit a request on the Raven Pro website for a license, which is free of cost for folks in India. If you mention that you are part of IEN, Vijay Ramesh, who works in Cornell, we'll make sure that we get the license soon, in 1 or 2 days. We have shared an annotation tutorial also. There are scripts and automation. You can just honestly reach out to us at any point of time if you want any kind of tech support. If you have a lot of data and you're not able to spend time on just cleaning up data and making the submission, you can just reach out to us. Reach out to me, Paul, Sonal, Prabjeet, anyone in the IN group. Just drop us a WhatsApp and we will try to find time and get your data on board. Okay, so this was a brief about what we're trying to do. From here, I would like to spend a couple of minutes about what are the, okay, I'm not sure whether you can see. Yeah, now you can see. I would like to spend a couple of minutes talking about what are some best practices when you're annotating data in a spectrogram, the frequency and time annotations. So I'll go over this briefly. We will also do a demo of the same right now. Paul will take up that demo. Yeah, so it's very important to use a tool that allows you to work on spectrograms. So there are a lot of such tools present, be it Raven Light, Raven Pro, Chirpity, Wombat is a new tool. All of them, I have tried Chirpity a little bit, Wombat a little bit. I think they are great tools. They are not as mature as Raven because Raven is supported very well technically, and and a lot of effort is spent in training people also on how to use Raven. So, and given that we have Raven Pro licenses, I would suggest that we do our annotations on Raven Pro. It allows you to do a lot of things. It allows you to play around with some visibility of the spectrogram. This is a spectrogram on the screen. You can play around with the contrast, the FFT binning size that you see in this window over here, which allows you to make the image sharper, the FFT sharper, and has a bunch of tools, which we'll look at in the sound event detection part. There are a lot of command line tools, and I mean a lot of trimming, a lot of media management tools that exist out in the world, where you may want to you may want to maybe trim your file size, maybe break down your big files into manageable chunks. Because if you just upload a 1 hour audio recording into any tools out in the world, they will crash. So maybe cut them into smaller chunks. Raven Pro, while uploading the data, also allows you to do some cutting. You can use open source tools like FFmpeg and SOX to do this cutting. Also, it allows you to change files from MP3 files to WAV files, M4A files to MP3, and so on. Any kind of gymnastics, honestly, is possible using these software. When you are analyzing a lot of data, it is genuinely difficult and time-consuming to go around and annotate, identify the calls and annotate them one by one. If it's hours-long audio recording, we need to zone in into the place where an organism has really called and then delve deeper into it. So one of the things that I use fairly often in Raven Pro is a sound event detection tool. You can access it using the tools window, clicking on detector and choosing one of the detectors over here, which is the one I like the most is energy detector. You can assign what is the minimum window that you're looking for, maybe 1 second or 3 seconds or 0.5 seconds, and just run it, and it will identify those spots in the recording where some activity in the audio file has happened. This allows you to create some annotation boxes automatically, but then after that you have to go and look at each of those annotation boxes yourself manually, and then maybe drag it, change the size, delete some of them because they are just noise, and then finalize it. So this is a nice tool which allows you to process, just make it annotation work a bit faster. Another trick would be to use a learning detector, which is basically Raven Pro comes hooked in with a BirdNet classifier. It can actually detect the species. It's very good with avian species. So it can actually detect bird calls very, very well. And it can create bounding boxes almost automatically. The problem with this.
Sameer, can I interrupt?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Like some of these recordings, or most of these recordings, in nature, they have say maybe 4 birds are calling, 5 birds are calling, and also like insects are simultaneously calling, frogs are calling. So this is whole thing like this integrated thing, whole what you call biophony.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good to have that kind of energy based things, but how to then deal with this kind of diversity in single recording.
In terms of finding the place, right?
Yeah.
Where is it?
These energy levels will be produced by bird, by different birds, or by frogs, or by insects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. So there is no easy answer to this, obviously. This is just whatever I'm sharing is a hack. It works for you, it doesn't work for you. There's no guarantee, right?
It will work for clean, single species recording. It will work very well.
No, even with multi-species recording, it will help you detect that there's some activity, and then you have to go and deep dive and identify, hey, is this the recording that is this snippet that I want, or is this just something just not useful? Right? You will have, out of a 1 hour recording, you may get maybe as many as 100 selection boxes.
But I guess this is more useful if you have 24 hours recording. 1 hour,
you
can easily look at spectrograms and find out easily. It doesn't this is my experience. But if you have very long recordings, then definitely those energy.
It goes either ways. It goes either ways. I mean, you are a very experienced practitioner.
So I have done it that's why.
So I would. So what you find easy, other people. So maybe even when they're starting with a couple of minutes of recording, this really comes in handy to cut down your time by half.
But my larger question remains when there are many other things hidden in the recordings. So I was in Andamans for 4 years. So I recorded birds. But there are a lot of other things are there in that. Insects, frogs, a lot of, and those people who want to study those creatures, they can very well use those recordings. So that kind of
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. So let me come to the next slide. I think I hope I will be able to answer that a little bit.
Yeah.
So another thing about best practices is how do you find the selection boxes? I mean, how do you choose what is a good selection box or what is a bad selection box? So selection boxes are specifically important to distinctly identify species in overlapping calls. The image that is here doesn't really have overlapping calls actually, but if I can't draw anything. 1 minute. But by choosing the min frequency and max frequency and the start time and the end time, I can distinctly give 2 different boxes for 2 different species or organisms, which is why the boxes come in handy. Now, I think the question that you're asking is, hey, but some of the species I know, but most of them I don't. So what do I do with it? If I leave it alone, then that data goes unannotated, it goes unlabeled. And if I do, then it is wrong. It's a wrong labeling. So I would like to bring your attention to the right side of the slide. So first of all, our first goal should be to identify the species that we know for sure, create a box around that vocalization, write as much information as you can in notes about them, but create labels not just for the identified species, but also for human generated noises sometimes. Even environmental negatives, for example, cicada calls or rain, which actually disturbs a lot of recordings. That is also important. Some of your samples should be of environmental negatives. By negative, I mean a label, a bounding box, which does not have any species, but has an environmental background noise. And finally, we come to the third point, which is one species is known, but there are 2 other species which are calling very loudly, which I have no idea about. So honestly, what I do is I create a bounding box for that also, and I write down unknown insect species or an unknown frog species. That is also a very, very useful practice, because a person, an expert who is looking at it later can actually go and hear those calls, look at the location, and based on their expertise, they can maybe even identify the frog or the insect, if not species, the genus or something like that. So I hope I'm able to answer the question.
Yeah, very much.
Okay.
Sameer, just want to add something. Instead of unknown species, you could also just write morphospecies, SP1, SP2, things like that. That will be more easier to understand when you are dealing with the
I
last.
agree.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah, definitely. That's a good. I think we can update the slide and with that also.
Yeah, even though we don't morphologically know that they're different, if their vocalizations are kind of distinct enough to be separated as species 1, species 2, then we can just add something like that.
Makes sense. Thanks. A couple of other things are try to capture a song, if you can, in a single bounding box. Typically, all the classifiers that we train, the AI models that we train, take a very small window, like something like 1.5 seconds, 3 seconds, or 5 seconds as their input, but we should not worry about that at all. Try to capture one song in one box, if you can. Doesn't matter how long it is. So in this call that you see, there's a IBIS bill calling, and I have marked the second box as a song, let's say, while making sure that I'm not capturing the noise of my handling of the phone or handling of the recorder, and also removing the low frequency noise that is coming along with it. Couple of other things are that we should try and capture all the frequencies that we can see clearly in the spectrogram.
Yeah.
A good practice would be to play the call in the selection box once, and see if you notice a difference between the audio without any selection box and with selection box. So if I play this selection, the call from the IBIS bill should sound almost exactly same if I play it without this selection box. That's how you can identify that the min and max frequencies are good enough.
Sameer, one issue further clarification. So initially the two calls, why they are left out? Initial two calls.
They are. I think I have left them out because of the noise along with it. I think I was running to record the call, and there's a lot of garbage noise.
No, but like there is a inter strophe, the time, the information on between units.
Yeah.
So
that is also useful.
That is useful, like information.
Definitely.
So that will be definitely useful for people who are doing research on whatever.
100%. That's a great point.
So I think, did you leave this out because of this handling noise in between the two bounding boxes?
I did. Okay. I also wanted to clarify that try to get the noise out if you can, and keep the selection a bit clean. And this is just an example, but definitely I agree that a longer recording, which also takes into account the gaps between two calls, is super important.
Yeah. So Sameer, again, like these two boxes are separated by some disturbance only. So if that disturbance, the vertical line going on, so that is some noise that come, and because of that, like they said, they are in two boxes. Otherwise, it would have been one box.
It would have one box. That's
yeah.
right.
So whole thing is like this is continuous. So at least time information is intact. If you don't want to use say frequency for the first two, though it's still usable in the first two units, then we may not use, but like time interval should be usable, like some time information. Next thing is about editing. So editing is like if you cut any portion, then you lose information. So I think editing has best to be avoided in kind of if the recordings are used to be used for scientific purposes.
So which editing are we talking about? The one in the previous slide?
No, like you just suggested like edited noise out. So
no, that's not about the editing noise out. The audio file remains exactly as before. You are creating a bounding box for the vocalization.
I see. Okay, that's fine.
So I'm just trying to get rid of the noise that is maybe low frequency noise in that selection box.
Okay. So yeah, not editing for
the file will not be edited.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, guys, I will take a break here, and after this, maybe Paul, are you taking the demo? Or?
Yeah, I can quickly go through the demo.
Perfect.
And just to add to what Sameer said, Sameer is mostly looking at from the point of view of building models to understand, train models to recognize species, right? So that is his point of, entry into this acoustics. But if your, objective is to study the acoustic features from a ecological point of view, you would probably need to include that noisy data as well, right? So it depends on the objective that you are having.
Yeah, no, but this data will be for everyone, so that information should be yeah.
That's true. So there is some trade-off between how much noise we need to include. We can also create bounding voices with just for the noise and mark it as noise, which will be used for the training.
Yeah.
So that's another.
Yeah, we can write in text or something, but best.
So let's be clear. So here in this example, maybe the best practice is to create these two bounding boxes. That is fine, but also create one more bounding box which covers the entire length of the call.
Right.
Which can be a third bounding box. There is nothing wrong with that. The audio file remains the same. We just have 3 bounding boxes.
Right. Yeah, good.
Okay, so I'll take a break, guys. If someone wants to, I'll stop sharing now. If someone has questions, we can answer that, and Paul, you can take it up from here.
Sameer, it's saying host disabled. I'm not able to share.
Yeah, give me a minute, please. Can you request again?
Second.
Can you try now?
Yeah, I guess. So
yeah, perfect. It works.
Okay, I'll do one thing. No, that's okay. Fine. So this is already something that I've already coded here. I will probably take another one. Yeah, I guess this is the one. Yeah. So if you have an audio file, so we'll start from here. So create. I mean, you already would have some audio recordings. These are mobile recordings, not like recordings taken from passive acoustic monitoring, like Audio Moth or anything. These are just plain recordings that I've taken from my phone. Yeah. And an important point is that when people are training models, it will be useful to have a lot of noisy data, like the one that you collect through your mobile phones. They are kind of noisy, but that data will be actually useful if you are, if you want to train a model that will actually detect the recordings when you are taking, collecting like Merlin, you use it on your phone, right? And you're collecting that vocalization using a phone. So when you're training the data using the same kind of data, you will have more accuracy for that.
Right.
Yeah. And now we'll just drag it to your. I hope everybody have their Raven open. Do you have Raven Pro? Is somebody doing it alongside me, or I can't see the chat? Done.
Yes, I'm trying to do it.
Okay. Yeah. So the first thing is you just drag and drop, or you can open it through the file, open new sound window, and then drag. Where is it? Yeah, sorry, this is not far. You can open it from your whichever folder it is stored in. Select the right one. For the time being, I'll just drag and drop. It's easier. Yeah, and you will have two things. One is the spectrogram, which gives you the frequency versus time. And the waveform, it's not available because I've recorded it in my phone, and that's probably why it's not. But yeah, so you can just uncheck that. So this is in view. And for increasing the width, like these are seconds on the x-axis, right? You can decrease the size if you want to see a larger chunk of your recording, or if you want to pan and zoom in, just keep increasing. And similarly, you can do that for the vertical axis. So this stretches the axis to the top, so you can see some of the features more clearly if you want to do that. And the best way to visualize a spectrogram is to play around with the brightness and the saturation, sorry, contrast, I guess. Yeah, you see there are recordings here, right? And in fact, am I sharing my audio?
You'll have to try, Paul.
1 second.
You'll have to try play and check if it's working.
Yeah, I'll share sound. In 1 minute. Yeah. Can you?
Yeah, we could hear it. Yeah.
Can somebody recognize the call?
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Any guesses on?
Premium? No. What is it?
It is a Prinia. Which Prinia?
Grey-breasted Prinia.
Excellent. It is indeed a grey-breasted Prinia. So now we know where it is located because you have this rapidly fluctuating call that in the spectrogram it's very visible. Now what we need to create is a annotation column. So click on here, right click, add annotation column, and keep it as put the name as scientific name, because this is the format that we are using. You can use other names also, but we ideally need it in this format, so our data processing becomes easier. And so we ask you to put like even the capitalization, we request you to put in the same, because the workflow is made alongside. I mean, you can keep it as anything. You can also add any kind of other annotation column, like if you want to add ancillary information, like where you've seen that species behavior and other factors, you can add it here. But for our purpose, it's only the scientific name that's required. So and to draw the annotation, just go on the spectrogram, drag the cursor, right, and press enter. A screen will pop out, which will show you this the column that we just created, and you can write the scientific name. For the scientific name, you can just find it out using GBIF. Sameer, do you want to add to this? You have a tool that, so there is a problem with the GBIF search, is that if you type in the common name of the species, you'll probably not get the, it will not show any results. But there's a workaround. I think Sameer will just, Sameer, are you there?
Yeah. So we can talk about that once we are on the next automation part of the talk.
Yeah. So the timing, I'm just typing down the scientific name, Prinia Hoxani, and you have multiple. So if you look at the time x-axis, you're seeing that the vocalization is more than 1 second apart. Like one bout, you have one bout here.
Yeah, maybe increase contrast so becomes visible.
Yeah. The issue is this is a phone recording and there's a lot of background noise. So it's not as.
Yeah, this also. Yeah, this increase this also. Yeah, then contrast both.
Yeah. Right. I hope you're able to see at least some of it. So you're looking at it. Yeah, this is not.
No. This is not to be touched.
Yeah. So here also we have another recording, another call of the same individual. We all write it as Prinia Hoxani again. If you're not just, you can always copy paste the name repeatedly, right? And if you want to edit it later on, you go to that column, right? That's on the bottom of the screen. Just delete that, write it again. Maybe if you want to change it to Prinia socialis, right? If you have multiple species, you can do that.
Right.
And yeah, so if there are calls that are, say, less than 1 second apart, you need to draw a single bounding box, right? If there are two, there is a gap and there is the part of the same call, but there is a gap. You need to add it as a single bounding box. But if it's more than 1 second apart, it's best practice to put it as separate bounding boxes, right? And 1 second. And if there are people talking, I think I had software recording this.
Detecting one gray-breasted.
Yeah. So I just talked here. What you could do is, if you don't want your voice to be, heard in the recordings that you're submitting, right? If you want privacy, just click that entire region, go to edit, go to amplify, make, this is under methods, make peak dB as decibels, put it as something like -120. This is a trick that Nishant taught me. So that region will go, sorry, something else.
It has gone for everything.
Oh yeah, that's not supposed to happen. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think I selected the region. Oh, no, active selection, sorry. You have to select the portion, which is the active selection. Make PTD the -20, 120. And that entire region is silenced, right? So that recording is, that portion won't be audible to anybody who's recording, but you'll have to save it. You have to first save the sound. Right? And now that portion is gone from the audio recording. I can check.
How can that go? So suppose you again open the file and amplify that by 120 plus, then it will come again.
No, so that information is lost, right? When you're saving it, that information is completely lost.
I
so
see.
if you don't want that information to be lost, don't do anything. This is only for
even if you amplify that.
Yeah, so what happens is if you donate it with a factor as big as 120 dB, then the data stored, it becomes so small that when you amplify it will be mostly noise.
I see.
We can check it, double check it, and I think this is this. Hold on.
Yeah.
So around. Yeah, you see the silent portion over here, right? So it's it affects the audio once you do that. And that's pretty much it. And after that, you need to save the annotation. That is save selection table, right? Can just so it will be saved in under the file folder called Raven. So I'm using Linux. In Windows, it will be a different structure, but it will be essentially under Raven Pro 1.6 under selections, right? You can see all your annotations, and once you save it, it will come there. So this is workshop. I'll just put workshop, right? Save it. Yeah, this is asking whether we want to, cancel the active selection. We create another one, right? You can click no. It'll only select save the first two. We can check it here, right? Right. This is how it looks like. So we have the annotation file for that particular sound file. Anything. This is essentially the entire workflow for annotation. There are lots of tricks and things that you can learn from others in the internet, but for the time being, they are only teaching you the basics, right?
Yeah.
So any questions?
Also doing a quick time check that it is 12 minutes to go.
Oh yeah. Okay.
For
We are done with the annotation part. So if any doubts, you can quickly ask, and then we'll move on to the next session.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, shall we can we amplify our calls if the calls are feeble, which we have recorded? Is there any option to amplify and upload it to this software?
You can use Raven itself. The option I just showed you, right? Instead of negative, you can put it as, so be careful what values you give, because this decibel unit is, it's what do you call, exponential, right? You just have to find the value that fits you best. If you amplify it a lot, I think the noise will also increase, right? And Sameer might be might have other tools.
Is there any reason why you want to amplify the noise, amplify the call? What would the reason be to amplify the call?
No, sir, if some valuable call is with me and it's too feeble to, and if we have identified the call, but it's too feeble, and if we are uploading, it may confuse the receiver or the who is interpreting the call may not get that proper data from the call. So
got
it's
it.
just
So see, if you amplify, the noise will also amplify. The signal to noise ratio or the clarity of the call will not change. It will just sound louder to you. The noise also and the call also. So as long as you give a selection box, it's good enough. The post-processing, whoever is using the data can actually amplify it for their use if they want to, and so on. It's actually advisable not to do any post-processing on the audio file that you recorded. In fact, one of the best, we are talking about best practices of annotation, but there are best practices of recording also. It is best to record a WAV file, which is a non-lossy format, and not do any post-processing on the audio before submitting.
Yeah, exactly right. So we advise you to minimize the amount of things, or don't do any kind of post-processing. Right?
Can I intervene a little bit? Yeah. So my take is like, if you want to amplify, you have to amplify the whole thing. So it is generally called normalize. So in any software, if you normalize, there is no problem. But if you normalize by sections, then there is a problem because you are making sound different from what was recorded. So if you want to amplify by normalizing. So normalize takes to the maximum possible level so everything increases by that amount. Sound doesn't change anyway. That is the only way people do, not just normalize. In any editing software, don't do section wise. Otherwise, it will increase some sections, not that much the other sections. So the whole file should be selected, and then, if at all necessary. Otherwise, best to avoid it.
Thank you, Pratap.
Okay, sir. Got it.
Any more, or can we go ahead to the next session? Okay. Sameer, do you want to do type B first? Or
Paul, while you are on the call, let's do type A.
okay.
And then
Yeah, so this might take some time.
If you want to leave out the APIs, you can. I can cover that in type B.
Okay, so this is the entire workflow. So once you have the annotations ready, right, I'll show you. So this is an example, right? You have your annotations. Just copy it from the Raven folder that I mentioned that in selections. Copy all the annotations file that you created. So I'm just using three of the for the time being for the workshop. I'm just showing you three examples. So the audio files associated with it. Create a folder called audio. Put all the audio files associated with that in here, and the same for annotation. So there should be in both audio and annotations folder, there should be an equal number of files with the same name, except in annotations we write dot annotations.txt when saving, right? I forgot to mention that while doing this. Just save active hobby. Okay. Instead of selection, just put annotations, right? Oh, hold on. Yeah. So your file name, then annotations. So this is the standard practice that we are doing, right? Right. And once you're done, you have two folders called audio and annotations. And then I'll teach you something. This is to save time. When you go out in the field, you will generally submit some data using your iNaturalist app, or come back and submit it. Or if you're like me, you always keep on creating checklists. So this is one way to extract coordinates instead of trying to figure it out using a map. You can just come here. So this is the first step. Hold on, I'll just go step by step. So the first is download your iNaturalist. First you need, if you are a user of iNaturalist, you can go to login, go to your observations here, right? And then in the filters, right, there is an getting a lot. There is okay. Sorry. Second, I'm not able to see my screen properly. Observation screen. Okay. Sorry that and I think I'm missing one option here. Yeah, so you can just do this, right? Go to download, create a query. I think in the sorry instructions it might have been incorrect. Right, in here you can under geo you can click on all. This will give you the names of the places, right? Like county, town, state name, etc. Even, I mean, we are generally not using it, but it might be useful for you to identify which location it is. And then you can create export, right? So these are all the columns that you are downloading and you can create export. So that's the way you download from iNaturalist. For eBird, what you need to do is log in. On the left side of your screen, you can see download my data under sign out. Sorry, above sign out. You can click on it and it will take you to another page, right, where you need to click on submit. And then you need to go to the email in which you are given to the Cornell lab account, and you can find the download link over there. So that's the way to download both. Once you have both of these, go to this GitHub page, right? Polvpop /ecoacoustics. And under that, you will find a template. You can download it. And as I told, copy all the Raven annotations and the audio files and keep it in different folders. Once you're done, we can start the processing workflow. So, Sonal, how much time do we think we can, because this might take some time if we are going to explain the entire process. I think we should combine it with the
So Paul, what we can do is you can tell the audience what you have tried to achieve with this, and anyways people can access the README file later also. The big points where we can cover.
Okay, so once we have that folder ready, right? You can use RStudio. You'll have to download it, or you can use something like a Jupyter notebook, which is online. You can completely use it. I'll probably create one and share it with you. So you can also use other R compilers. You have multiple softwares like Visual Studio Code and all. I think you can still run it in those software. So we will extract all the data from the files that we have downloaded. That is eBird, iNaturalist, the audio files themselves, the annotations, even the template, just to get the structure of the file, the column names, right? And this is essentially the first step, which is data extractions. Okay. So you would need to install some packages like readxl, because we are reading xlex's file format, which is the template that we are given. And we have three different tabs. One is metadata, and we have annotations, and we have others. I'll just open it here and show you how it looks like. So we have a guide describing everything. So you can go through that. The ones that are marked as red is the mandatory field. So we need the media name, location latitude, location longitude, recording date. The others, that is you. If it's just one, just write your name. Annotation file attached. You can write yes or no, but that will be automated. Once you're using the script, it will be automatically no, because we are already getting all the data that we need and putting it in the format like this. And in annotations, we have the same, except this is for comparing media file. And then we have begin time, end time, low frequency. That's the lowest frequency. Then the highest frequency. Then the scientific name. So with these four features, right, we can create the bounding boxes again.
So
Because-
Paul, like basically you are using whatever data is on eBird or iNaturalist,
Yeah.
and linking with the annotations, like the whole thing is available at.
Oh, I'll get to that. So the idea is to make your job as easy as possible, right? So the reason why I'm asking you to download the eBird and iNet data is because it has coordinate information, longitude and latitude. Otherwise, you would have like you probably wouldn't remember if it's from a long time ago, right? You wouldn't remember the exact longitude from where you have recorded that specific audio recording. Right?
Suppose you don't have a data on eBird or iNaturalist.
Yeah.
So then you have to create this data also, no?
Then you'll have to manually type in from. You'll have to do some digging.
Yeah.
So so I'll just quickly summarize this since we don't have a lot of time. You also need to install a tool called EXIF toolr. EXIF data is essentially exchangeable image file format, which has, like, if you have a device, say for example a camera or a audio mod, all of them come with a specific set of metadata, and this metadata is standardized across most of the companies, right? They provide the details, like when the file was modified, what kind of aperture that camera had, or in our case, what is the frequency, not frequency, sorry. There are some metadata. I think I can show you an example here. Let's see.
Paul, I think we are on time now. Would it make sense to maybe go over the rest of the slides, talk about what basic info we have, and then
I think it'd be best. So those who want to stay back and do the annotations, right?
They can stay back.
Yeah, I think that then we can do it in detail because we don't have time to go through all of this.
Sure.
Essentially, what it does is that it takes all of your data, and in the final step, you have the zip file that you need to submit through the form. So essentially, what it does is that the entire workflow gets you the file in a format that is ready to submit. Right? So it completely eliminates a lot of work that you need to do manually. Okay? Yeah. So Sameer, go ahead.
Yeah, just going back to the basics again once. Sorry guys, again, we are doing it the first time. I think we have underestimated the time as usual. Yeah, so Paul just went over how we can automate type A kind of submissions, but simplifying the whole process. You have to create your annotations using Raven Pro or Chirpity or whatever tool you like. That creates a table like Paul had shown during the annotation part, which has frequencies and time information. So let me just go higher. Yeah, it creates a annotation file. All you have to do is name the annotation file the same as your media file. Put it all together in a single zip file. Include and use the template.xls, which is available in the Google form, to fill in the media file name and the author name, and then create a zip and upload. We'll go over the details of this in a bit. So it's as simple as that. As soon as you have your Raven file, you just put it together with the media file, create a zip, and upload. As Paul was saying, there are a few hacks of making things faster. So for example, for geocoding, you can use a name to lat long API, an API from, let's say, geocode.maps.co. It's a free API. You can just enter the name of the place that you have written down in the file and hit the API. It will return lat and long. Similarly, there's a common name to scientific name conversion API from GBIF. It allows you to search based on the common name, returns you a bunch of options, and you can select the scientific name from there. There is, I'll share a script in the next slide, which also does this very cleanly. And yeah, and basically type A submission is just clubbing together a Raven file with a media file, creating a zip and uploading. Paul's README is available in this type A submission URL. We'll share this set of slides immediately after the call. For type B, I think what I do is use ChatGPT. I just say that, hey, can you extract the lat long and the scientific name from this file name that I have, and it does so. So use ChatGPT. I mean, that's the shortest shortcut. Second would be again use the same APIs, put it together in a single script, and maybe create which allows you to create that zip file that we're talking about. Type B is even more simple. In the XLS, you just have to enter the media file name, the latitude, longitude, recording date, and the authors. That's it.
Not easy. But Excel columns, you may want to zoom in a little bit.
Okay, sure. The Excel columns are available in the Google form itself. When you open the Google form, you can download the type A and type B templates, the zip files. In that, the XLSs exist, which give you an entire guide towards how you can create the submission. For example, this is the type B submission file. The guide has all the information that you need to fill in the columns in the meta sheet. As I had mentioned earlier, there's a notes column which you can, you can add any amount of free text, any extra information, and any extra information is really appreciated. It helps us make the annotations and labels rich because the mandatory columns are very, very few. Okay, the last thing I want to touch upon before we make this session optional is that, one minute. Yeah, there's a Google Colab notebook that I have created for type B, just like Paul's type A scripting. I've created a Colab for type B automation, which you can access by clicking on this URL. Yeah, I think that's about it. I don't think we have time to go over the scripting also. We would request folks who want to create the submissions now to stay back, and folks who have other questions, maybe we can take that right now. Yes, Sonal.
Yeah, I would actually just, it's also, since the first time you're doing this workshop, right? Maybe like now is also a good time to just get some show of hands or feedback on like if people are, after this, if people do feel comfortable doing annotations or what sort of help they still need. So that you can focus the rest of the session on that, right? I know like in the rest of the session, you'll help them annotate, but and maybe show the scripting, but it may be good to just check where people are, right? And
Definitely.
so that
Definitely. So let's take a pause, and if you have any comments or question about what we can do more in this workshop or even otherwise, please, we are open for suggestions. You can type it in the chat or even say it out loud.
Navdeep.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thank you for the session. It was informative, but not to the extent that I was hoping as a beginner. So to put a context, I just downloaded Raven Pro for the first time. So the tutorial was, although like shared with screen, was going too fast and there was too much information. So I guess in the future iterations, it would be much more helpful if there were pauses in between, like are people following, especially when you were hoping or expecting that the participants were also doing the same thing as annotating.
Yeah, thank you so much for the feedback. Yeah, I definitely was going fast. That's because I think we severely underestimated the time we would require for each portion of the
Yeah, thanks.
plan that we had.
Thanks
Yeah,
for that, Navneet. We can pick
Yeah.
that. Any other feedback though?
Navneet, so a couple of points just to help you. There's a tutorial on how to annotate using Raven Pro, and it is we have shared that link earlier. It is again present in the Google form. If you look at the Google form, there is a link to the tutorial which will walk you through annotation step by step using Raven Pro. Secondly, we were not expecting people to do it, I mean, side by side. We have set aside a different time slot, which is right now, to help you annotate and ask any questions on when you're struggling hands-on.
Navneet, I've shared it again, so it's very detailed enough for you to follow through the annotation tutorial that Sarika had created. So that's linked here in the comment section. You can copy paste it somewhere, and it's also there in the Google form. Yeah, he had mentioned.
Okay, so thanks. That was actually useful. So Navneet, at least some of your concerns will be answered in the next part of this session. Is there any other expectations from anyone else in the audience so that we can really help you out in the next part? If you need help with anything specific, you can please call out, and Sameer can probably see if he can tailor the rest of the section to help you out as well.
Yeah, may not be here typically for this, but I try to upload my data in Genocanto, and so I have a lot of recordings since 97 or I'm doing recordings. So there were about 60,000 odd files. And when I started uploading, then I soon realized that it's not going to happen. It's quite, if I do it continuously, I do this job only, then I will be working for five years. So ultimately, I gave my whatever I had material to Macaulay, and whenever a time permits, I'm doing on Genocanto. So it's a really time-taking job if one wants to do it seriously, because there are places where and with their species where identification is a big issue. Like I might be having few thousand files that are not identified. It's very difficult to identify. So a lot of time is taken basically. So ultimately, with this kind of data, maybe if there's some other people, and ultimately you may think of doing something about it. I asked Genocanto people, but they were not they were saying there are some possibility that I can engage someone if funding is there from someone, some sources there are some sources with a fund for putting data on public domain. Yeah, and Macaulay people they are doing themselves. They are engaging some volunteers, and so they are if one wants to be really seriously looking into data, there are even every day there is limit to which we can upload data. So there are a lot of information is there yeah, so that has been my experience. So they're not very relevant, many people don't have that kind of data.
No, Pratap, that is relevant.
No,
Actually,
that's, I think, super. Yeah, Sameer.
I would like to address a couple of points about that. Obviously, you have a lot of data which I can't expect you or even the volunteers to sift through. That is definitely
yeah,
there.
exactly.
But at the same time, this outreach is also to identify people and institutes like yourself who we can engage with directly on a different kind of a engagement, where we bring in volunteers, where we prioritize and create a data management strategy based on finding the data set which is already annotated, maybe weakly labeled or strongly labeled, and then deprioritizing the one that is not touched upon at all, where you have no clue, and then trying to sift through our data while using some tools and some data management principles so that we can help you out in getting this data public. So I think we have been trying to, I think Prabjit has been talking to you about this, but we can connect about this separately and try to see if we can get some of the data on the cloud or on the data set at least.
Right. So right now I've given to Cornell, Macaulay, and they will be doing something. I don't know how long they will take, but it's with them
Yeah, Pratap. So the problem with Macaulay is that once it goes to Macaulay, it doesn't come back to us or to the open world.
I see. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So it's not a problem. I mean, they're doing a great job. They are the Premier Institute who is doing the work around this, and we would be nowhere without them. But at the same time, the data doesn't remain very, very accessible to everyone anymore.
I see. Okay.
Right. So I cannot go and query Macaulay's database and see what kind of data exists. I have to request them for a certain kind of data, and then after an approval, I can get it.
Okay.
In fact, I mean, I'm maybe speaking out of line, but in fact, the recent bird clef competition on Kaggle last year, 24, was around Western Ghat species, and that does not have Macaulay's data. Although it is organized by Cornell, the entire competition is organized by Cornell, it does not have the data that Macaulay hosts.
So somebody contacted them?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they did. Yes. So there's a different kind of process that it's not that the data remains publicly accessible easily. So
I see. I know people there, like I can even talk to director there. And
so the IN is hosted by it's co-founded by 3 of Cornell's postdocs, and we have been discussing this in quite a bit of detail.
So then that context is all the more important what you are doing.
Yeah, right, exactly. So what we are doing is
that's one point. Data management is one thing, and then we are obviously talking about annotated data, right? So once you have maybe shared the species name and the media files with them, but annotation is still to be crowdsourced. It still needs a lot of effort.
And other thing, like you may not be knowing, there is a National Biodiversity Authority is talking to Macaulay Library, Cornell people to get India-based data for our own Indian database.
Okay, that's great. Yep.
And like that will be at Wildlife Institute of India.
Yeah.
So that they have set up a committee. I'm in that committee of NBA.
Yeah.
And so they are in touch with Cornell.
So Pratap, if that happens, we are all for it. None of us here are trying to build our own portfolio. We are all for conservation.
Great.
As long as the data becomes public,
exactly.
We all win.
Yeah, so maybe what are the problems with getting that data? If I know, that will be helpful in our next meeting. Like,
sure.
So that gives all the more reason to go ahead with that.
Sure.
Other thing is one more thing is like many species are like they have much more wider distribution than Indian limits.
Yeah.
And your AI will be tutored better if you include that data also.
Of course, I mean there is no. I mean, birds don't have boundaries, right? I mean they don't.
Yeah, exactly. Like so, some birds start from say Arunachali further Myanmar and all that. So you need that kind of data for developing better automated detection tools.
So Pratap, no one is saying no to data ever. I mean, we are just trying to create a community within India who record data and can contribute. Absolutely no one is going to say, hey, don't give me data from Pakistan or let's say whatever. South Africa.
Actually, I mean, I'm just like adding this. It would be, I think, like a huge win, Pratap, if you can crack getting data from Macaulay. But at the same time, I think we need to, this is how things are right now. It's a bit of a closed system. I think it is good for the community in India to have this, because this data, it is going to be open source from the word go, right? So I think it's just important to also have this effort going on in India where, first of all, the community has an open data set and access to data, open data sources so that they can access raw data, right? And not just like specific data, they can access the raw data, whatever they want. And then second, that there is a ecosystem of annotations, and there is, people are aware how to annotate, and multiple people know. And so that if multiple people are trained, right, even say your kind of data could be annotated by leveraging that network. So, so the idea is that to build the knowledge base, and also, definitely India context data on open source. Macaulay would be a huge win, but I think we should just get started on our like an India context effort anyway.
Right. Sure.
Yeah, just to add, Macaulay data is very important because it's being used to train Merlin and stuff like that. But the problem is that it's not open, and The idea behind IA is to create a freely accessible and easily accessible data set. Like it's open, there are no paywall, no logins, and yeah.
Yeah, if it is restricted for the sake of conservation, that's understandable. But otherwise, it's like kind of sin, because people are contributing data that should be made accessible for the betterment of species or conservation and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Okay, I'll do a time check also. I think
we are
for
way
a Sameer
beyond.
call, you maybe want to go into the next session because there's only 13 people on the call now, and I don't know how long people can stay.
Right.
Yeah, can we have a show of hands for people who will be staying back for the session, like who wants to work with the data and create one submission?
Okay, Rohit. So I see Rohit's hand is up. Rohit, do you have a audio file that we can annotate? That would be great.
Yes, it's available.
Oh, perfect. Amazing. And you have Rain Pro installed?
Yes, the Pro version is installed.
Amazing. Would you like to take this up and maybe start annotating, and we can start creating a submission on the call, and others can look at it and maybe they can do their own at the same time? Would it be okay with you?
Sure.
Is there anyone else who wants to like attend the rest of the session and they have their own data, or would you be just viewing it? Can we know if there's anyone else who'd also be annotating hands-on right now?
I think Tabassum said that she wants to annotate earlier in the call.
Okay.
Tabassum, do you have some data and Raven installed?
No, right now I don't have anything installed in Raven.
No problem. No problem. All good.
Okay, then the rest are going to view. Okay, cool.
So then, Rohit, we can get started. Whenever you can, share your screen, pull up Raven Pro and load the file, and then we can go from there.
So how do I share my screen? Achha, share.
Yeah, right.
Is my screen visible?
Yep, it is.
So I'll just load up Raven once again. Yes.
Rohit, where do you have your file saved? Yeah, fine.
Yes, so I couldn't quite follow all completely.
Okay.
So
No, so we'll go step by step.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Paul, you can help. Maybe
you can put it as default. Open the and that's okay. You can press OK and everything.
Yes, but I would like to understand what this is. Select sound window, preset, default, and stuff like that.
So these are the bit encodings, right? Sameer, you're the software.
Yeah. So these are some presets which will be used while opening the file.
Fine.
Default assumes some I think 16-bit or 24-bit encoding.
Oh.
And I think that works for most of the files. But if you have a specific encoding, then you can choose here.
Yeah. So higher the bits, higher the information. Am I correct, Sameer?
Yeah, definitely. But it depends also on the recording. If it has 16 bits, then it has 16 bits. Raven can't do anything about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so
you can remove the waveform.
Yeah, Paul, you go step by step. I'll just go on mute.
Oh, yeah.
Just a second. Yes. Fine.
Now you can click on any part of the spectrogram. So you don't have any data. Oh, there is no noise, is it?
No, there is. I mean, maybe this is a 10-minute recording from the field.
Okay.
And there might be maybe 8 or 9 detections, not more than that.
Okay, so you can go on the first part, like where you can first play around with the brightness and contrast just to see if there are any other hidden calls that you can reduce it. I don't think it left.
First brightness.
Yeah, it's becoming more visible, right? Yeah. So there is noise.
Yes.
Okay. You can.
No, don't do this. Yeah, don't do that.
That will make it more fussy if you want to. I mean, that's not good.
Yeah, you can
So
choose
what was the default of this? Default
512. 512. It has to be a power of 2. Yeah, you can go 1024 or 2048. That also helps.
Oh.
So if you increase this, then there is a better time resolution. Or if you decrease, then it becomes more better.
Why is this going all the way down?
Resolution. No, something has happened. You have to stop some ways. 512.
Fine.
Yeah, fine. You can increase the, just see so you can increase the x-axis. Like here on the bottom right, you see the plus sign, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that increases the width. Like you can see more resolution for time. Yeah.
Right.
And you can just start playing if you want, just to see what's there. Just click on space bar. Or on the top you have that play button. You need to share sound. So in Zoom, go into the. You know that, right?
I've never done this sharing sound.
Okay, go on to that floating window. There would be an option called share sound. Yeah.
Yes.
You can do that.
Share and share sound. All right.
So maybe look at waveform view also. If the sound is too amplification is too low, then it has to be increased.
Yeah. There's not much information there.
There would be some information here, perhaps.
Could you check?
Yeah, you just increase the brightness and you try to increase the thing brightness. Left one. Left. Yeah. And also contrast both. Yeah, right. Because in combination you can have better clarity. Yeah. And increase this. Just play with this brightness again. So just see what becomes. Yeah. Go take left. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So just combination of both. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Now you can click on that region and hit play. Play. Just space bar.
No, these would be leaves rustling.
Yeah. Or some animal moving on the ground, maybe.
No, this is me doing the recording, so probably I am adjusting
right.
Position a bit.
Okay. Yeah. Rohit, will you be able to identify the species within the recording?
Yes.
Okay, great. The sound is kind of feeble.
Yes,
but that's okay. We can hear. At least I can hear it. Do you know which species this is?
I actually cannot hear my own recordings. I mean, after sharing the screen.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, I can hear it, but it's very, very feeble.
Okay, you can increase that. You see the sound button on the Raven Pro? You can increase the volume above the contrast.
Above the contrast. Oh, here.
Yeah, at full volume, it will be probably too loud. You can try.
Yeah, maybe first full volume, then see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somewhere. Just try.
I can see there are some calls here.
Yeah. Just Yeah, press it here. Yeah, then start play.
Are these puff-throated? Sounds like. Which landscape is this?
This is Central India.
Central India.
What species it is?
Which particular recording are you talking about?
Spi calls, right? They sound like either puff-throated babbler or like Oriental magpie robin also has this.
Yes, Oriental magpie robin.
Okay, you're sure about that?
Yes.
Okay, then you can mark it as such. You can create a column. Right.
Alright.
Go to the
So
bottom.
should I create a bounding box or something here?
No, first you need to create a column, right,
Okay.
on the selection table.
Okay,
below.
so should I select a year first?
Just come down.
Enclose in rectangle. Yeah.
No. First, you have to create the column. We don't have that column for the species name, right?
I see.
Yeah. So
right
click.
click.
Yeah. Right click anywhere in the table, selection table. Right click. Add annotation column.
Top one.
Yeah. Write scientific name. Rohit?
Yes.
No, not the species name. We are creating a table now, right?
Yeah.
You need to write it as scientific
All right,
name.
the column itself. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Right. Just as best practice, it's best to name it as like capital, just for our sake. We can always say it's okay. Yeah. And now we can you can rename the column and yeah, exactly. No, with space. That's
all right.
That's fine. That's completely fine.
That's okay. I mean, it's okay if his name is slightly different. Doesn't matter.
We can always, in the
Sure.
processing, we can always consider for that changes. So your bounding box is not enclosing the entire call. You need to first do that before.
Okay. All right.
You can delete that selection, right?
Yes.
Go to that table.
Table, yes.
Yeah, right click. And delete, hold on. Where is that option? Clear active selections. Yeah. Now we can start again.
Right.
You should draw it.
You have just chosen the starting point. Please click and drag to create the box.
Sure.
Yeah.
So should I draw a box all over the recording or?
Yeah, since the gap is less than 1 second, right? You can record the create a bounding box across that entire call.
Sure.
And now that you've done it, you can just enter it.
So one thing, you are adding a label on the audio waveform, the time domain waveform, not on the spectrogram, which is perfectly fine. But when you output this, there'll be 2 rows, and one of them will have no labels.
Oh yeah, so you need to remove that waveform window.
Yeah, it will be easiest if you just unclick on the waveform. Yeah.
So is this okay?
Yeah, completely fine. If you have the waveform window, just look at the table and you will have that symbol, right? The blue symbol. Don't add the scientific name on that blue, the row corresponding to that blue symbol, only on the row corresponding to the spectrogram.
Yeah.
So before you save this, please make sure that all of the frequencies are covered. So I think you can go a little higher on the max frequency.
Right.
Yeah. And we would like to play and hear this call within the selection box also.
All right. So.
And I think you can bring it to the 6.5 also. It's the same call, right? Can you check if it's the same call?
Not sure because.
You can always play and check.
Doesn't seem so. So just play the play button, right? I mean, just hit the play.
Just click on any person on the spectrogram, and it will.
The selection, the box on the, I mean, the icon on the sixth icon from the play button, sixth or seventh icon, the one on the right, further right. Yeah, that is the one on the left. This is the filtered play. So this would be. Yeah, now you can play the play button. Hit the play button.
All right, all right. So the call begins from here. This is something else.
Okay. Then you can always bring it to. You can change the bounding boxes at any time.
Rohit, as we were discussing during the call, I mean, one of the nice things would be if we can compare where the call has changed because we have reduced the frequencies, right? So we can play one unfiltered and filtered just to see if there is any difference.
Sure.
I mean, it doesn't, you don't have to do it every time, but given that you're doing a tutorial.
There are other species in between also.
Yes.
Okay, that so it's best to create. I mean, use that if that SWE call is only for Magpie Ruben, you should select only those if it's 1 second apart.
No, Paul, that's not fair. I mean, this bounding box can be for Magpie Robin. And if you think there is another species, we can select overlapping box for the second species.
No, I mean we are like the best practice. It'll be.
You're saying that there's also.
Yeah, that's I think 2 second gap between each call.
Okay. I think. Okay, you're saying that the T call is the OMR and there are other species. Got it. Understood.
Yeah. So it should be best to have individual bounding boxes for those specific calls for the Magpie Ruben, and the others, if you can identify, can create for those as well.
Sure. Yeah. So this should be further reduced only to what the OMR call, right?
Yeah.
All right.
And you can create another bounding box once you're done with that.
Yes, done. So, another. So, do I have to hit some button, enter button, or something?
No. Just on the spectrogram, you can create another. If you click, it'll come as another bounding. Oh, sorry. Hold on. You need to enter it.
Yes, correct. I was wondering. No problem.
I think it's best to just click on the bounding box, press enter now. After doing that, press enter. Yeah, now add scientific name.
What's this? Use specified value as default.
Yes.
This any boxes you'll create will have this.
Yeah. Autofilling, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, so this doesn't have to be checked, right?
No, don't check that. If you have multiple species, don't.
Paul, I'm getting a call from work. Is it okay for me to drop?
Yeah. We can. Sonal will be staying back, right?
I'm just checking. Let me just ask her. Sonal, are you on the call?
Sorry?
No, maybe she's not.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's fine. I'm here. I'll take the call. I'll just reply back to them. Give me a minute, please.
Yeah, sure. And now you can create another. And I think those could be like plum-headed parakeets or something. Those in-between calls, right? I'm not certain.
I have to check because I'm unable to hear very well. I mean, the sound, the playback.
Sounds like
check on
their
my
flop
mobile phone.
calls, like when they're sitting on a
Could be.
tree. Yeah.
Could be.
So when you're in doubt, you can use tools like Merlin and BirdNet just to see what suggestions they throw up,
Yes.
right?
Correct.
And then use that to just cross-check it with other sources like Sinocando. You have recordings which have birds seen as yes, like in the column where they have birds seen. If it's yes,
Correct.
it means that somebody has confirmed the sighting and recorded the call. So those are tools that we can use to confirm the identity, right?
Yeah.
Just best practice to do something like that. You don't have to draw from there. The call is only like a small portion, right?
Yes.
But just play with the brightness and contrast just to check if it's not visible. Like the harmonics.
Yes.
It may not be visible in this kind of. See, now it's getting more visible. Yeah. Always play around and see which is more visible.
Right.
Any other calls you can?
There might be something here.
You can hit play. The one at 5 kilohertz might be Ashiprinia. One below would be a common Taylor, but I didn't hear it properly.
Yes, yes, I was able to hear the Taylor word, not the Pinya.
So
you can show about the Taylor word, you can never say that.
for the purpose of workshop, we can just add because you're not doing it.
That was a cuckoo, is it? This is a at 9 seconds, I think. 9 minutes, sorry.
Could you play it from there?
From 5 and from which timestamp?
9:58 onwards.
8.5.
8:58 onwards. This one.
This is the common hook.
There's the common hook.
Yeah.
But it's very faint.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, you can mark it. Let's just do some examples, right?
Do mark paint whatever. That's so.
Rohit, one more thing you can do is to enlarge the vertical side, which is on the right, the plus sign on the right side, right?
Oh.
Not that. You can just on the right side. So zoom in y-axis. So now we can just go to the place where you heard the cuckoo.
It's right here. From here.
Okay, it's a low frequency call, right?
Very low frequency.
Yeah, common Taylor word.
Yes.
So you can mark that.
Correct.
Oh, not the entire portion. I don't think that's part of it. It's only the low frequency where.
Oh, all right.
You could also play around with the brightness to check if it's the actual thing, but it feels like it's very low frequency. Right? Yeah, I think it's only that portion, like below 3 kilohertz.
Correct.
Yeah, so you can always reduce the size from both up and down.
Right.
Yeah, the closer it is, it's best for training, right?
Right.
less misinformation, more actual
Right.
data. Click on enter, you can hide hierococus various. HEIRO. CCYA. CCYX. It's actually HEIRO. I mean, it's okay. Anything.
For matter of this exercise, I'll just
Yeah,
write
you can
common
just put it as common names. So this is captured using an audio mode or something?
just the mobile phone.
Mobile phone, okay. Over here, the large, like this huge portion, right? Can you play that?
It might again be leaves rustling, but yes.
You could mark the entire portion as like noise, which will be actually good information for us.
All right.
That's also one thing you could do.
If it is leaf rustling, call it leaf rustling.
Oh, it goes way beyond.
Yeah. That's good. So with this, I hope you understood, like
Yes.
everybody here. Yeah.
No, but we will go one step further. We'll make the submission so that we, that the goal of this workshop is done.
Yeah, true.
Sure. Then what's the next step then? Save as, no?
Yeah. Save selection. Yeah, save selection table.
Right.
Table 1. Here, and save selection table, table 1. And under that, instead of table 1 selections, you can put annotations because that's the format that we are following.
Yes.
Just remove
No, Paul, it is not annotations. It is just the name of the media file .txt. That's it.
But in the tutorial that Sarika had written, so
okay.
just to follow that format,
Sure,
just so
got
we
it.
don't confuse people again.
Yeah,
right?
that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you can just write annotations. No table required. You can delete table, like the word table. And just write. Oh, don't delete the name of the file. Sorry, you can undo. Undo. Yeah, and after a dot, write annotations. Oh, actually, it's just a dot, not an.
Sorry?
It's just not underscore, but dot. But don't worry too much about. We can always do. It'll be just more hard for us to deal with it later on. But we are just following a format that's just for the sake of handling the data. That's it.
Sure.
Yeah. So now you can save it.
Shouldn't I create a folder?
Oh, if you want, you can go back to. So this is all under the Raven Pro thing.
Yes.
Yeah, if you want, you can. Yeah, this is also a good way to. Right. Now you have to go to your.
This as well, right? Or
you didn't do any modifications of the sound, like no silencing, no deletion of any, right? So you don't need to do anything. It's the same audio file that you have.
All right.
Okay. Sameer, will just go ahead with one submission, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I mean,
so
one is
now
also
you
very
can.
good. Yep.
Yeah. Now you can go to your folder containing the annotations.
So this would be under Raven, right?
Yeah, Raven. It will probably be in home directory, which is C drive, I guess, for you.
Right.
We probably somewhere there. Yeah. So go to. I am not familiar with the directory structure here.
this
Sameer, have
is-
you used Windows for doing this?
Yeah, but I save it in my specific path.
Okay.
So maybe we
When
can
saving,
we can
you
save the
can.
file again. Yeah, we can save the file again in a
Yes.
known path.
No, now you're creating a new folder, right?
Yes.
We need to find where it was actually saved. That's so.
No, so
Can
that's
you
okay.
scan?
This is okay.
Yeah.
He's saving the file again in a known path, so you can pick it
Fine.
up from there.
Fine. Yeah.
Wow, where is that gone? Yes, I think this makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was right there in Raven Pro.
Yeah, so that is a different folder. I think you have 3 different folders with Raven Pro.
Two.
Okay.
Yes.
Fine. Now, create wherever you want to start a project, like whichever folder you want to do it in, either. Yeah, you can put it in the same. You already have. Okay, that's done. You have annotations. Now move the audio file to the same. Same
Directory. Same directory.
Yeah, Raven IE.
Should I create a folder called sound or call?
Audio. Hey, Sameer, we should have done this as the 2-3 different workshops.
Yep, agreed, and we will do that. So Rohit, you can do one thing. You can go to the Google form that the link that was shared, download the example zip that has the structure already, so it will become easier for you to understand what is to be done.
Yes, makes sense. It's really hard to share the screen and then move around options.
Yeah.
Where is it? Chat. Wow, where's the submission button? I mean, where's the submission section?
No,
put on
this
the
is
chat
not
the link to the form that Sameer is referring to.
Oh,
yeah, this is a tutorial.
Yes, right.
Let me share.
Correct.
Do you have the link?
Yes, I got it.
Okay, got it. Cool. So if you go down, you are submitting a type A, which is with strong labels. So you can go to the type A section further down.
Right.
Yeah, and there's a type A zip template here. You can. That you can download, yeah. Type A zip template. The hyperlink.
This one.
This one, yeah. Just download it. No, you can click on the arrow on the top right. Top right. Left. Yeah, this one. Cool. If you open this once, you will have to extract and open. Can you extract it also, please? It's not extracted right now. Yeah. 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 So see, what you see here is the media files, the audio files. The brown Woodall underscore Matigar on 17 July 24 is a text file, which will be your selection.txt. Sorry, and then finally you have to fill in the XLS also, the meta annotation template.type. Can you open that XLS once? Cool. This file has all the information that you need, but we will guide you through it right now. If you go to the meta sheet, yeah, so you can start with you can delete this information when you are done, but you start with the media file name. You can enter the media file name here, yeah, in the first row.
Right away or?
Yeah, right away, please.
Just a sec. I have to first copy. This is the name, right? I mean, just this.
Yeah, this is it. That's it. .wav.
Right. Maybe I'll rename it to audio or something.
No. Please keep the original name because you have named a text file also, right?
Right.
So we keep it. The name doesn't matter as long as you maintain the.
Just to stress on that, don't rename your audio files. Just keep it as such.
Yeah. You can enter this in the XLS. Yeah. Do you know the lat long of where the recording happened?
I can give you some dummy data. Hold on.
No, let's make
keep it like
let's make this submission real, man. This super important. So, Rohit,
it's an MP, right?
Do you know where it happened?
Yes, I know the location, the exact location, in fact, but I don't have it with me right away.
You have the location name?
Yes, location name is available.
Okay, so can you give me the location name? I'll give you the API which you can enter also. Give me the location name.
The location name is says Hoshangabad Forest Division.
Hoshangabad, got it. Hoshangabad, the Forest Division, right?
Yes.
So that kind of location accuracy is good enough. I mean, we're not looking for exact lat long.
Right.
But we will try to get the lat long of Hoshangabad Forest Division.
Right.
But if you do have precise locations, then
oh yeah, of course, that is always useful.
Yes, I have it, but not with me right away.
Yeah, understood.
Oh, so should I write over here location latitude?
Yeah, I'm sharing that with you on the chat. Give me a minute. It's a bit slow because of Zoom. Can you see the chat or should
I can see the chat.
Okay, great. So then I've written in the chat.
Oh, right. So this is the first thing is latitude. Okay.
Yeah.
The number would be longitude.
You can enter the date of the recording.
Right.
This date format is to avoid any, confusion.
Yes, yes. I have to check in the original file. Yes.
So these dates would be your when you copied the file or
Exactly, which is why I'm looking for the details, but apparently not
So
many.
you can probably get this from the EXIF data, which is not probably visible here. So
Yes.
you can use the workflow that I had created, I had shared, right? I can share the link again. So one of the steps is to extract the EXIF data, and you can maybe use the file modify date, which is usually the recording date, but sometimes it can get messed up.
No, the file modified date was also coming out to be 30th August. So
Yes.
I think we would need
you're
we need your information only, Rohit.
Exactly. So this is in June, but I'm not unable to figure out which date.
No, that's you can put approximate date also. One day here and there is okay. So the reason for getting the date is to understand the seasonality of these observations, right?
Yes,
So
yes, obviously.
one day here and there is perfectly fine.
Right. For now, maybe I'll keep it to, let's say, 15 June or something.
Got it. Yep.
3 letters. So, yeah, perfect. Sameer, did you create some formatting in that column?
Which column?
For the date column to automatically make it that format.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, great.
That's it. Any other information if you want to add, you can. Otherwise, you can leave the non-mandatory fields as is. And you can delete all the other rows which were from the template. Okay. And the only thing now you have to fill is the author's sheet. Okay, this is focal. Yeah.
Right. So this does not have to be changed, right?
Yeah, correct.
So in what situation will the other option be?
If you have left a device for recording and you are not recording a particular species, then
so
it is
that's
spam.
passive acoustic monitoring.
Yeah, that's it.
Exactly.
So just a minute. So you have to fill in the author's sheet, Rohit.
Right.
The author's sheet. Yeah. So here you can put your name, your email address, and your affiliation. Please use the same author name as you are putting in that sheet.
Right.
Cool. And please delete Sonal's name. Yeah. Otherwise, she will get credited to yours. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Now, what you have to do is put this XLS, that Raven output txt, and the audio file together in a single folder and zip it.
You can save it and close the file now. You're done with it, right?
No, but this annotation sheet has a lot of.
Oh yeah.
You can delete it. You can delete it, but Rohit, can you go back to the meta sheet once?
Right.
Yeah. So you have written on the media file name and and whether the annotation file is attached or not, right? So we would have ignored the annotations sheet anyways.
Okay.
You
Okay,
can
all
delete
right.
it, or
So
you
if this is yes, then this does not matter, the sheet annotation.
So if you look at it here, can you go back to the annotations? So you have to match the media file names in annotation. You have to pick it from the meta sheet, right? So none of the meta media files match with this, right? So this would get ignored anyways.
Okay, all right.
Does that make sense?
So when I'm actually, I mean, when I'm doing this personally and in my free time, then I have to only concentrate on this particular sheet.
Yeah, that's it. For you, correct. So the annotation sheet is for people who already have annotations in some format.
Okay, all right.
You can add multiple files here, Rohit, in the same XLS. You can add row 3, 4, 5, obviously.
Okay, all right.
And you can, in the zip, there can be multiple media files. There can be multiple text files, right?
Right.
That's it. So you have to just zip the 3 together now.
Okay, all right. So I will have to choose a suitable name also, right?
No. Nothing else matters.
Acha.
Nothing else matters. No?
This is named as meta annotation template.
So we will just parse through all of the XLS that you submit in the zip file and iterate through them one by one.
Right.
The name doesn't matter.
Right.
So right here, you can delete all of the other media files and the text file and put your files here.
Right. Or I can take this particular
You
file.
can take that, of course.
Yes. So these 3 need to be zipped, right?
Yeah, now you can zip the annotations folder. And again, you can zip these 3 together. The name of the zip, nothing really matters.
Right.
And now you can upload it in the form. Yeah, you can just put it in the form. Add file, yes.
You can just drag and drop.
Okay, and you have already entered your email ID on the top, I think.
Right.
Yeah, that's it, submit. And you can make these submissions as many number of times as you want.
Right.
There's no limit.
All right.
If you have any problems, you can shoot us a message on the group or email.
Sure. Are there any more fire hydrants? I always feel.
Yeah. See, this is how do you crowdsource annotations. That's
Exactly.
Cool. Amazing, man. Thanks, Rohit. And I can't tell you how happy I am that we could make a submission happen in the call. And thanks a lot for your patience.
Thank you. Thank you to you too.
And Aisha, Arpita, Tabasum, thanks for staying back. I hope you got a feel of what needs to be done to make such submissions. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us at any point of time. If you guys think that one more session focusing only on this hands-on work is needed, we can do that too next weekend maybe. Just shoot messages on the WhatsApp group as you like.
Yeah, also one thing to add, if any of you are not already on the mailing list or the WhatsApp group and would like to be added to it, then please just fill the Google form that I posted a link to in the chat so that we can use the details to add you to it. And you can also drop your feedback there if you have any. Thank you. Thank you, Sameer. Thank you, Paul.
Thanks for attending, everybody. We'll be conducting this every weekend. Some of us will be there for the workshop. So just attend it if you want to learn more about how to annotate, how to speed up the maybe next week we can go through the workflows that Sameer and I have created in detail. Maybe that'll be next week's work. Yeah, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Goodbye.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rohit, again.
Thank
Good
you.
night. Good night.
Thanks, Rohit.
Thank you.